Greetings and welcome to Jesse I Interviews number 15. I'm Jesse I and I'm recording this on unceded lands, land traditionally owned by the Wurundjeri and Boonwurrung people of the Kulin Nation in the city which is now known as Melbourne in Australia. I want to pay my respects to the Indigenous peoples of these lands and indeed all Indigenous people both here in Australia and worldwide. This episode features the first interview I ever did in Jamaica, on my first day in Kingston back in 2002. A few people have asked me how I came to get started interviewing people in Jamaica. It all started here, at Black Scorpio Studios on Malines Road, with one of the biggest figures in Jamaican music. Literally, he's a very, very tall and imposing figure. Maurice Johnson, aka Jack Scorpio. Back in the early 2000s, it was very common for Jamaican vinyl records to include a phone number on the label. Before I left home to go to Jamaica for the first time, I copied down a bunch of these numbers from my favourite labels, and I just decided to try calling them when I was there. On my first day in Kingston, Black Scorpio was one of the first numbers I called, and I simply asked to interview the boss himself, Jack Scorpio. An hour or so later, there I was, sitting in his office admiring all of his horse racing photos. I've kept in contact with Jack over the last 20 years, and I'm proud to call him a friend. I think of him as a real gentleman of Jamaican music, neither the most well-known producer nor the most well-known sound system operator, but a giant at both, and undoubtedly a legend, quietly contributing for decades. Jack was the one who really opened the doors for me in Jamaica on my first visit, and everything flowed from there. After I interviewed him, he asked me who else I was interested in speaking to, and before I knew it, I had interviews and dubplate sessions lined up all day. Luciano, Turbulence, Everton, Blender and Pinchers, amongst others. Once you have a few contacts in the Jamaican industry, it kind of snowballs from there. I think the old 6 degrees of separation thing would be more like 3 degrees in Jamaica. So the rest is history after this day. So here we go. Jesse I interviews Black Scorpio producer Jack Scorpio, Kingston, Jamaica, 2002. Right now I'm coming to you from Black Scorpio studio right here in Kingston, Jamaica. With me right now is the big man himself, Jack Scorpio. Thank you for joining me here on Chant Down Babylon.
Yes, my brother. It's a pleasure to be here with you, you know.
Yes, sir.
Thanks and praise.
Every time. All right, I'd like to start at the beginning. I always do this in all interviews, get a little background just on your personal life. Maybe if you could tell us, you know, whereabouts you were born, when you were born, what life was like growing up.
Well, boy, it's a way back when, but I was born in Kingston, actually Kingston Hospital in the city of Kingston of Jamaica. You know, growing up with my father was a very poor man. He used to sell food around town, and I used to actually go with him on the road. So it's a really rough life growing up, but end up he died in the early like 69, 70s, and within those years actually I get involved in the music. Growing up as a person who loved music. You know, my first music what I bought was like a little grip, really, you know, where you have this turntable in one side and the little speaker on the other side. Yeah. So, you know, my love for music, so I bought one of that about 69. Right. 1969, and that carried me to own the sound, you know, I used to name that little dish the Special Eye. It was like, you know, it was so special to me, so I give it the name Special Eye. And, you know, I changed it in 1970, 71 because of the political reason in Jamaica. It was like, one part was saying high up and one was saying power. So with my specialized sound was too much close to that party. So, and I didn't want to get myself involved in political affairs. So I changed it back to the sign of my birth, which I'm a Scorpio. You know, I was born the 2nd of November. So my sound changed to Black Scorpio from 1970. Right. Now from the sound system bring forth artists like General Trees, Sassafras, you know, people like Yellow Man, Chaba Rankin, coming from way back when. You know, we actually used to tour the whole of Jamaica, from country to country, town, all over, in all the cities, all the places. We end up traveling all of England, I mean, France and all over the world actually, Black Scorpio sound system. Now, we continue with that sound till way up right back in 1978 when I actually start to see the music develop more with the artists like people like Sassafras. There was a virus going around in 1978, 79 called named Pink Eye. It was like a disease, and you know, we actually come up with an idea to make a song about the disease, but there was nobody to produce it. And actually I, you know, because of the sound system and, you know, in the valve in the music, I just so I take the first chance of producing that song, and that's where the production started. So I produced Pink Eye with Sassafras, was my first song, and we went on. I mean, it was fairly well because of the virus and the whole, everybody used having that virus, so it, you know, keep a little momentum. But we didn't stop there. We went on to produce a song named Poker Jump, which went straight to #1. That was my first #1 song with Sassafras. And you know, that opened up my mind more in the music industry. Actually, we have artists now who they're on the set. Our sound was actually, being those days, my sound was the #1 sound in Jamaica from 98 to 70, 89, 79, 80, 81. All the way on the 80 going up to 90, Black Scorpio was the #1 sound actually. And we rose from that till we build artists like General Trees, and you know, we keep rolling, and that's where, you know, we end up. When I just start recording, I used to rent Channel 1 recording studio.
Right.
Now, you know, till I build my own recording studio. I used to be a fan of Tubby's. I used to be at Tubby's cutting my dub plates and for my sound system. And, you know, Tubby's was like a father, brother, inspire man to me, who give me all my, you know what I mean, real understanding about studio. Right. You know, because me and Jammys was like two young youth going to Tubby's, you know, and you know, we have Jammys having sound, me have my sound, we go look at dub plate, and you know, with the day upon day and see the whole work, and you know, to be honest, you know, that is how me really get involved to build a studio. Is going to Tubby's and seeing Tubby's studio, see the whole thing, and it inspire me. And I built my studio in the early 80s, you know, so I was at, you know, where you're at here now, this is my second, location with studio. I was at Malines Road and I was at Edley Avenue, then moved to Malines Road now.
So how long have you been here now?
Well, I just here about 3 years now, really. But I was down the other place from, you know, way back, from early, you know, as I said, we started the sound system from 69, 70, and, you know, gradually we never leave there until about 3 years ago. And by leaving it's just because of the downturn. I would tell a lie. It's more like, you know, the people I'm just kind of scared, my customers and the guys, they must start to, you know, everything in Jamaica, sometimes it's good, and you have to go, after your business grow, then I think you have to try to grow with it.
Right.
You understand me? So, and people is coming from all over the world, and it might offer the main, and I was trying to get to the main to get people more relaxed and more comfortable. Yeah. And this is one of my reasons. This is what this place was at really. It was a home with a bar, but I just turned it to, you know, it's true that it's more relaxable for people who, you know.
Yeah, it is. It's comfortable. Like, when so many people say, you know, Kingston studios, people around want money, want this, want that, hassles. They come in here, you know.
They don't get the hassle. This is the great thing here, you know. You might go somewhere like here and like a guy road there. I know me there will, you know, because the music, it carry a vast crowd. Yeah. And it carry the good in the bad. But as I realize that this Jackie, I mean, you're going to forget to say for justice, and as you tell him to listen. I'm from Australia, and I mean, I'm here, I'm a reader this jacket. You know, these guys will honor you, they will all want to give you a drink, you know, things like that. I love people like you guys, because what is my main aim, you know, is to keep spreading reggae music as far as it can reach. Yep. You understand?
So what is it that motivates you to, what gives you that drive to want to spread reggae music?
Because, you know, as I say, it's something that really grew in me. I love it. I used to admire artists like Delroy Wilson. When me and Delroy was the same age group guy, maybe I'm a little bit older than me, dying now. But Delroy is the one LP named Good All Over, and that real LP inspired me a lot in my life and my career today. But that LP was my first LP I bought. And it has so many good messages and so many good things to say. Yep. And that is one thing, I always admire that LP and those songs on that LP. And I think that is one of my greatest success in the music. What I think it do for me is make I love reggae music to the maximum. And make I keep on producing it and keep on. I mean, I teach so many people. I help so many young artists. You know, try to show them the right way, the right thing in it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's like the music what you put on the tape and the message what it's sent to the world, as long as the lyrics is right, it means so much to us all. And I think that is what made Bob Marley so successful today. You know, I'm maybe not a singer and an artist, but what I do, I try to produce the right song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That keep the, you know, the music alive.
Yeah.
No, you have enough producers not like me, for enough of them really destroy the business.
Yeah.
And because it's a quick money thing, some of them do all sort of fooling. But I don't take that trend there. What I try to do is try to, you know, keep it on a level where it's respect by the people. That's why in my label, it's not like say I couldn't put out song what I could get a money, song what could give me a quick door. But, you know, I can't look at it that. I try to build it in a level that it can reach the whole world, and a man can say Scorpio is one of the producers who do some good work.
Yeah.
You know, and this is why I love it, and I will tell you the truth. I will always try my best to keep it to the level of where, you know, the message can be understandable, because I think that is what reggae music is about.
Yeah.
It just said positive message.
A universal message.
A universal message that people can understand what it's all about. I cannot take the artist who is singing the negative message. And it sort of destroys us.
Yeah, well, that's why it's the same for me on the radio. I don't play, all I play is conscious music. It has to be positive music, because
I would, you know, I'm dancing for that.
Yeah.
Keep it that way, brother, you know. But, you know, enough, I think it's changing a bit now, because it was really getting out of control. And this is why enough people don't hear about me. When I say hear about me, because I'm not going to produce a Ninja man who tell me about P. Gun. No disrespect to Ninja, I love him, and I love every artist.
Yeah.
I love every one of them, because I record everybody. I have 5 albums with the Yellow Man.
Yeah.
And I don't, but I have none with him. I tell you about underneath the lady or over the lady or what have you about it. I mean, you might say something about the lady, but it must be something conscious or something nice. Yeah. You understand I'm showing, and it's the slackest DJ ever known from Jamaica. When I say slack, it was so slack that people were saying that. But with me as a producer, I always say the DJ who slack and talk about woman as long as there's something positive about her. I would not call him that DJ slack. You know why I call slack? The one who I tell you about gun and kill and murder.
Yeah, me too.
I think those are the slack DJs. Yeah. And those are the one who make the music look like it don't work nothing.
Yeah, because that's the negative message.
That's the negative message. For we all love woman. You don't think the music we can't fight the girls. Right, we can't fight them. We have to, you know, make them feel good. That is what I said. And I think in those days when the Yellow Man was saying that, boy, girl, you're fat or you're rare. I didn't see that as no negative approach. It did a more positive one to go on right now, make people laugh. It keep you amusing, it keep you, you know what I mean? This is what I want to get to this guy, for this guy going to feel good. Yeah. No, you know, it changed, and I think we need to see ourselves otherwise and try to make it come back to a level where, you know, that's the reason why I try to even make certain songs from recently, like making more like live the music, getting the musician back in the studio. You know, the artist must come with a positive message, and I can go down and sit down and make a good positive rhythm what can lead to, you know. Yeah. Now, as I'm talking, this is my son. I don't really produce hip-hop, but it actually is my son. He's like from America. So I'm trying to put him in and it's just the same thing I'm telling him. Even if it's hip-hop, it's got to be something, message of what can say. When people listen, no, yes, it's something. Yeah. But understand it, bro.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the slackness and stuff, I know there's a lot of controversy in Jamaica at the moment about lyrics and curse words, you know. People getting taken to jail or court for swearing. Right. As a producer, what do you think about that issue? And do you ever exercise any control if you tell an artist, you know, don't say that word, or do you let them run things themselves? Or?
Well, in a case like that, I think the artists them really, I'm not saying, I think it's not fair for the younger audience. Like, if you're keeping a stage show and it's a stage show, because I think, again, stage show is supposed to limit the age.
Yeah.
With an age group where, you know, if you're under 16, you know what I mean, you don't supposed to come to that show because there's going to be things going to be saying where you don't supposed to be there to hear. Now, I think them should take a stand with that. Now, this time I'm talking about the artists, them cursing bad word, which I don't say it's not the right one, but I'm saying that they make it get out of control and get out of hand until this point, and you're taking a stand now against them where I think it's good and it's bad for the artist, but I said you must, if you're having a show where you have an artist, this is how this artist has survived. Like if you curse a word and might be, some man said damn, some man say, depends on what you say, and you get your response from saying that. Then you should have a limit. I mean, as I said, you know, express it to the people who is coming to this show. This is what we're going to look for. This is what happened. But if it's a show where it's going to accommodate kids, then you're going to have to go watch what you said. It's just like on a TV show. It's like you're watching a sex movie. It's there, it's legal, but you can't make a kid see it.
Yeah, and they're not going to show it.
They're not going to show it. Right, so you know, I'm just saying that this is how these guys might survive. And you know, I would have said, listen, if you're going to this show, like a show on the beach where all the kids, no, you can't use the bad words in the contract, then it must be sticked up that there's none there. But I think everybody should have a fair chance to have, you know, it's a free world and it's a free country. So, listen, give a man a chance. So, set him freedom. I mean, the man can't say at this part here, because this is at school. This is where children are. So we can't come at school, come say this. Yeah. But we have a big people place where we go, we suppose we can talk or free, and our kids are there to molest us. Yeah. And this is where I come back to, it's just like, you have sex movie downtown and you can't go in there and buy it, and the kids under here can't go in there and buy it because they don't supposed to buy that, they don't supposed to watch that. So, you know, I'm not going to say, yeah, you're right, we're lacking of three curse a word at that point. No. I think we're supposed to know where you're supposed to have freedom of speech can say his word just like every other person. And then if there's place where you can't say it, then you just can't say it there. Yeah. And you know, that's my opinion about that part of it.
Right. So how have things, obviously with the sound running from, you know, the early days 70s straight through the 80s, 90s, how have you seen the reggae industry or the reggae scene change over that time? Like a lot of changes, obviously.
A lot of changes.
And the rise of dancehall. Like what I mean, how do you view? It seems like now they're seeing the sort of divided between the roots and the dancehall. It seems like they both get played on the radio and everything, but it does seem like, you know, there's a big difference between your dancehall beats and the artists that voice on those beats and the more rootsy rhythms.
Yeah, there's a difference with it, because really and truly the nowadays artists now is like they have a different composer with the music, and most of what is happening now, the dancehall, you know, it's to be honest, you know, it's a new generation system. It's something where you're going to have to work with if you need to stay in the business, because these are, as I said again, a next young set of youth, and like you, like him, you like, you know, even so then 20, you 15, 16, 17, 20, going up. Them is mostly for the dancehall. There is no way for the roots music. They will, in some sense, you know, so automatically some of them really get to love the roots. But you find the youth them is more like, the youth them is more like, for the dancehall, which is the younger generation. And I don't really see nothing wrong with the dancehall again. It's another part of music. I see it as a help to the whole society of Jamaica. It helped, you know what I mean, the industry, it helped the music. Now, my concern with dancehall music is just some of the lyrics what them put in dancehall music. But dancehall music is just another help to Jamaican music, and I think it's nothing bad for people love it. Yeah. It is well beloved all over the world. But as I said again, sometimes all the negative part of it is just what the artist said and what they produce. And I think that is where the problem lies. But I don't see no problem with dancehall music. For dancehall is the same hip hop.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Just like I hear him say, just talk. Play the rhythm to him and just make the melody, and that's it.
Yeah.
No, it's what you said. And what you actually do, even when you perform to the people. Because I think dancehall is just, I'm going to tell the honest truth of God love. I don't see a very small little difference with dancehall and the real. Very little.
Yeah, well, a guy like Sizzler can obviously do a roots and culture tune, or he can do
a girl tune while I talk about woman.
Take off the drawers.
Oh God, they look at that. Take off the drawers, keep it on. That said, no, that's one of the baddest tune of dancehall.
Big tune.
Big.
When you're voicing artists, how do you decide which artists you want to record with?
Well, you know, over the years, as a man, what do you call it now? I mean, all of the artists, them, I mean, this from some of these are before them born, so when them born, them, you know, I mean, about Scorpio, so them always come to me. I mean, like, I'm not going to name tell them now because your name Captain, I want to run it down and vice. Captain have been coming to me before. I have dreams them of a way to the stage in career.
Yeah.
It's just like a Shabba ranking. It's like a Beanie Man. I've been inviting Beanie Man from about 13-year-old, 12, 13. And me advice, I mean, Yellow Man, name them. So, with me now, once, how I do with artists, I'm going to tell you my main approach now with a younger. If I hear an artist, and maybe in those days, me there with the sound, an artist might come to something. So I always keep a Thursday night jig and then come show them expertise. And if him sound good, I say to him, say, alright, come on the studio for your sound away. And if him comes to Father Jack, boy, I hear me sound, and me that man, me never discourage them, me just say, alright, come on the studio. And trying. And you know, like Papa San, his first hit song is me do it for him.
Right.
You know, and I want a man who can just listen here and build it from there. And if you don't sound good, we can say, no, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
You have to do this. And we can hear your one go. And we just know, say, yes, he have great potential. It's just like him, you know. I just hear me now, and I say, but why you sound good enough? And we just know, but alright, this is enough man or enough other producer not gonna give a young artist
a chance.
They want to know so they're gonna look for a Captain or a Bounty.
Where they guarantee.
Enough man now take them money and buy no young artist. And don't give no young artist a chance. The great thing that him Jamaica do like me, but the great thing with me and Jamaica, we have the record. We don't only build an artist with them have a name. I mean, I only want to buy artist with name being the man. I'm going to run it down to your name Bounty. It's like when I skip, we just take all the artists. Like all when Bujo bust big and I couldn't get no Bujo. I mean, go buy his mega bantan and go eat with mega bigger than him.
Yeah.
Sound boy can eat the whole world bigger and just sound like Bujo.
Yeah.
For me, we take a last one sound like the next man and produce and give hell to if you don't mind sharp. And some you stay. So, you know, I would just hear an artist and, you know, give him that instinct and just, you know, one of the greatest things with me and my label, when a young artist really get a chance to voice a song and my label, it is like you open up a whole moral. Then, you see when them do that now, it's like for them to do that and the melody and go and carry to the biggest producer in Jamaica and say, well, Scorpio advise me, you know.
Yeah.
No, that alone is an instinct and a push for him big time. And that woke them up and give them more encouragement about, because one next thing what me have, most radio man respect me. Them sometimes they don't even.
I heard on RFM since I've been here, I've heard them bigging up Jack Scorpio a bit in the last couple of weeks.
Right, you see what I talk about. Them always big me up, and sometimes them don't have to look for them just take my record. I send my record to go down there, like what them a test everybody record. I would do radio jacket just take me on the street on the turntable. Find some trust Scorpio, nah, do not know what I can't play. But them know. And so that kind of standard them have, so. You know, let me tell you, these are some of the things that me try to build, try to create the music, is to keep it to the standard of, and if you can build a new artist, you build a new artist. But enough of them not doing it. Enough producers don't want to give a young artist a chance.
Yeah, that's not right. For me personally, I love hearing a new artist. That's exciting for me to hear new talent.
That's the way that this Jack you're supposed to love that.
Yeah.
Some of these ways that this Jack here to them the other one. Them at least maybe Jamaica dominated reggae music. Now you have build reggae in your country, which me appreciate what you're doing. Now after you get to build that thing in your country, when I have other disc jockey when come on the show. And this is how the competition comes in. And it's like, but you know, as I said, you can build and have a standard, and your standard can stand forever.
Well, that's, I think, we're getting off track a little bit, but I think that's one of the things. When I moved to, I've only been living in Melbourne for 5 years. I moved there from the country up in the bush in Australia. And when I moved, the reggae scene was dead. But the reason was there was people playing reggae, but they were playing crap reggae. You know, they were playing Maxi. Not to say Maxi Priest is crap, but
no, I mean, for me, you say them gonna play some name and some Haswa and some. Them now, you know, them don't want to come down to all the sale because get to you. Them and the sale everybody play a sizzler and maybe you look for an next man, you know, that is the key.
So that's the thing that we've done with the radio and the sound, is we just tried to exercise quality control, you know, because people, if you give, it's one thing that's hurt reggae in Australia, like they sell on TV, they sell these like box set 40 biggest reggae hits, and it'll have like Culture Club on it, Boy George on it. There's, you know, if people see that, they see the ad on TV and they go, "That's reggae." I didn't know, and they go, "I don't want that. I don't like reggae." But it's because they're getting the wrong impression, they're getting the wrong idea, they're not getting real reggae.
I see what you're talking about.
So that's why we got a policy. If it gets played on commercial radio in Australia, like Shaggy or Maxi Priest, we generally won't play it, because, you know, if it's already getting a play, then it doesn't need me to play it. I got to play the underrepresented stuff.
I understand what you're saying. I would like to be somebody to recognize in Australia more in my label. It might be one day, never know, it might grow that somebody who there will be interested to even distribute some record in Australia for Black Scorpio.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm interested in that myself.
Well, I'm here. Yeah, you know, you never know, I can do big things.
Yeah.
If I know my name, and I have a lot of, I have so many things here. I have so many albums, so many music here.
I know.
I mean the real things, I mean like computer, I mean the real acoustic reggae music. I have reggae, I have dancehall.
Yeah.
But I know say if we get to the real link with somebody who are, and that's why you want to set up a good distribution.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I'm also interested in the idea of, you know, licensing stuff for Australia. If I put out my own compilation,
ready for you with
all Black Scorpio music.
Yeah, man. I have a lot, man. A lot of what you can do, man. We can do a whole lot.
That's why I need to start getting information so I can sit down and look at the price, budget, and start working on things.
Don't work with you. Don't worry.
Just to get.
But you don't want to lose the track, so
yeah.
You know what I mean.
Right, well, speaking of record sales, how do sales compare, like, for dancehall versus the more roots rhythms, you know?
Well, put it this way, a dancehall will sell in a quick manner, like you will sell a quick 2,000-3,000.
Yeah.
But a good roots music will ever sell and continue selling. So at the end of the day, it's going to last longer.
Yeah.
It might not sell as fast, but a good roots music will sell in Europe. That's why I make roots. I don't really make dancehall music that much, you know, to be honest. I mostly make my roots. No, I have a good market anywhere in Europe, you know, anywhere over south, Germany. My label is very, very recognizable. So I try to make the song what I can sell.
Yeah.
Now, what I would really love sometimes is people like you guys, the real radio man who can promote me and promote my sound. Because if I make a dancehall with him, I'm going to tell you the honest truth, I don't make no money off it.
Right.
I just try to help an artist. And most of these dancehall really what I make is mostly help artists.
Right.
I don't have a dancehall really buying, you know, I don't make that money out of it. No, honestly. All my, it's like when you talk about angel rhythm and them things, that them things me make my money out of it.
Right.
Live on rhythm, them rhythm, the people who buy them from them to the salad, them people, it's so. You know what I mean? But, you know, and with me, when I make a rhythm like that, I sure I can sell a quantity. But when I make a dancehall rhythm, you know, my buying audience is very low. Most dancehall rhythm is just New York and Jamaica and a little part of England. It's not really much, we can tell you that. But you see the real roots music, you go wide, you go France, all over, everywhere. People just take up that.
Yeah.
That's it, you know what I mean? And at least me get more recognized and people more, you know, look at my label more distant. And I think my name called even more on a higher level than the little dancehall. When them see me come out with dancehall, like, I mean, them even look for that. It's for my clients in my reggae band is Europe or, to be honest, that is where me get my little food from, really. So, you know, I really make songs for them people, really, right?
Well, what do you think the future of reggae is in terms of the medium? Like, do you think the 7-inch single, is that going to keep going? I hope it will. I don't want to see CDs replace vinyl.
Well, look, I tell you something,
do you reckon?
you know, they will never get out 7-inch because, let me tell you, it's the CD thing too. And I want to tell you this from now. Continue getting the 7-inch and keep them as treasure.
Yeah, I do.
When you see the CD, the people them have them common and cheap. It's like when you time when you have a CD and people them look for you good enough for them, it's like it now value nothing. I think the CD thing get too much, too cheap, everybody just a copy. It's just too, you know, it's not enough, the value not there. I will never stop. I would have tell you this. Try get every song what you have as a radio disc track for your father and hug them up and care them. And when you say look one scratch by them, you wipe it off and pack it there in your catalogue. But when you take out one of the players from place like you take out gold. When you take out a CD, CD coming like it worth nothing now. To a 45. To be honest, even right now on the sound system, it's like if you play a CD to a 45, people might respect the record itself more than the CD.
Yeah, that's it. With our sound system, we play on the radio. I play CDs.
Yeah,
sound system, pure 45.
But people want to see that for until you go to that audience. They don't want to see what CD on them. People want. I think the vinyl is going to stand up as I would call it now. Where did I put that now? Did I put it like a treasure? I think it's going to come right back. I tell the honest truth. I sell more 45 more than CD. I don't want to make CD. If a CD come like that, you'll get a man when it's done.
Yeah, for 45s, they get character, you know, personality. Each one has an individual label. CD, or they all look the same. You know.
One CD have on 40 songs. Oh man, that is that, man. Yeah?
So how do you see the industry overall like progressing in the future? Can you see the way the music's going to head, or no way of telling?
Well, yes, you know, my whole idea, I think it, you know, once I always say this, once the artists and the producers then put them head down together and put the right, I mean, I always say the right music and the right lyrics to the song out there, I think it will get better, because I don't see where Bob Marley ever get worse. His name still calling more and more. And I think it's because of the good work what he done. And if we get back and start to do some good work, reggae will always move in. But if we don't really shape upon what we're doing, then it will fall. But I don't see where it's going to fall as long as the whole system get back in line and the right direction. Because both the government of Jamaica, I think they're supposed to take up this music at the highest level from school, early school days, to teach the kids them, you know, let them know, listen, this is our heritage, this is one of our heritage, this music business is, you know, this can build us, this can build Jamaica.
Yeah.
Now we could cherish it. We don't want to mash it down.
Well,
anything.
We wouldn't be in Jamaica if it
Right.
wasn't for the music.
This just like that. Yeah. So, you know, we need to continue doing the best for it.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm trying to tell you. I will always do my best for reggae, both dancehall and reggae music, as long as I am alive. And I tell my son, I would just like him continue the work and try to do the right thing. So, you know, there's no hopes of me saying it's gonna be, you know, I would never say, you know, I say it's gonna be falling down or getting worse. Anyway, if it gets worse or fall down, I think it's we, the people behind it. And this is music, and if we spread the right message in music, the Bible said music alone shall live. So music is something that's here to stay. Music is life.
Music is life.
So we just need to do the right approach and the right thing. And just to say reggae make you be here.
Yeah.
The whole world is taking on to this little thing near reggae. It's created from Jamaica. This little dynamic island on the map. And we're getting this big thing, this huge thing out of it. I lift me up to Bob Marley every day because I personally go a place like France and I took up a 45 with a Bob Marley and I said, this is our hero in Jamaica. I mean, but I called the name every time he put on it and the whole place we were up and I said, look there. The whole... So, the music's so powerful, man, and you know, we just need to just have it for the positive end and we can't wrong. And you know, I think I see where it must change to the positive side of it. It cannot go to the negative side. Right, not doing the country no good. And even the little serious approach that the government that they was asking me take against the guy that was cursing on the stage. No, you know, if it's turned from the right level, then we have to agree with it because we need it for clean up. Right. But as I'm saying, we still need to separate session like you have a dance for the young kids and you have one for the big kids. Yeah. And then that one, you know, you have to be like that. You have a club where people dance naked. The kids aren't going there.
Yeah, well, in Australia, the way it works is if they sell alcohol at a place, kids can't go in.
Kids can't go in. That's the same thing.
So, all right. Well, are there any other messages you'd like to pass on to the Australian massive?
Yeah, well, I mean, I could say to the Australian people, it was a pleasure for most of them to take on to reggae. I love that. And, you know, we know, me especially as a producer in Jamaica, will always support, any angle in the world, people who love reggae. Anything I can do to bring more support to it, I will. And, you know, they can just keep on supporting it, and I'm one of them who will try to make the right music for them.
Yes.
You understand me? To really dance to and keep the vibe flowing. And, you know, to big up Australia, to know them to take on to reggae. Big time to big up to them people there. Why, you know. And next, more to more, I will need it.
Yeah, man, respect.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jack Scorpio, yes, thank you very much for joining me on Chantown Babylon. It's an honor and a pleasure.
Babylon. That name, big.
Yeah. All right. That's wicked. That'll come up beautiful.
Yeah, man, beautiful. Great interview, that man.
Yeah.
Thing, man.
Yeah.
And,
give thanks.
You don't know what Jam is?
Yeah, I know Jammies. I haven't been there or anything, but.
Okay, you talk to him?
No, I haven't talked to him. But I'd love to check it out. You know, I've got his studio written down somewhere. It's Kingston 11.
Waterhouse.
I heard that's a tough area, Waterhouse.
Yeah, some sort of way, yes, but you know, you know, go over. You drive?
No, we got a bus from Ochi and then we got a cab from the hotel to here.
Well, you have to do that, you know, around them. No, this. Well, I mean, yeah, try to ride and go over the still. But, you know, jam to my brethren, I'm going to tell you to get a look over and talk still.
Yeah, it'd be wicked to check jammies for real. How did you come to work with Gentlemen?
Oh, gentlemen. Well, you know, as you said, the good music I'm going to put out, bring him right here because of the type of music, type of rhythm, and they go up there and hear it and them come down just to advise him. And it automatically end up that them call me from up there. Oh, I went to meet them one. This is how I get to meet gentlemen. Meet them. Yeah. Yes, and I met up the guy named Scorpio, was White Scorpio, the guy who managed he's a managed gentleman man, he work with gentleman, that guy there. Yeah, printed there. And me and him muck up from that time, threw me name Black Scorpio and the name White Scorpio. And so then him bring gentleman come, then invite gentleman, get gentleman in touch with them. I mean, keep it on and invite and you know. Not for the man in Lucian and not for the man who get involved with me cause all it. Morgan Heritage and right now I have tune out with him from release, I give him with him and what the guy was sing the woman tune them and you know, I sang when I'm left from a release to them to when I release it. But you know, yeah man.
Gentlemen, it's an inspiration for me because I do a bit of singing myself and I heard that and you know I never thought, but then I heard him and I thought, you know, maybe I should try and so when I get back to Australia I'm gonna start doing singing lessons and
yeah man. Alright, you have a tune. Which tune you have them, man?
Which tune? I've got the album. The full album.
Oh yeah, the album.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of 7s as well.
Jack Scorpio speaking to me from his office above Black Scorpio recording studios in Kingston 2002. In case you're wondering, I did do a few singing lessons after I got back from Jamaica, but I wasn't super into it and it didn't really go anywhere. I was pretty amused by the discussion about vinyl versus CDs in that interview. We clearly had no idea about the upheaval that MP3s would bring to the industry later in the decade, much less the transition to online streaming. I'm pretty sure none of us saw that one coming. Black Scorpio has been pretty much dormant for the last decade. He had even taken down the sign the last time I went past it. But if you're ever in Kingston and need a place to stay, Jack has turned some of the rooms above the studios into guest accommodation and he rents them out for a pretty reasonable rate. It's certainly an experience to stay there and worth it just to meet the big man himself, I reckon. That's it for another episode. Thanks as always to those who support the podcast on Patreon. In particular, Armageddon Time, Empress Irie, Ben Comerford, Todd Solomon, John from Champion Sound and Tom Tanuki. If you're interested in becoming a patron, please check the Patreon link in the show notes. This is ultimately a labour of love, but it's nice to get something back for the time I put into it, and there are some incentives there as well, including best of download compilations to go with each episode. If you're not in a position to become a patron, you can still support the podcast by giving it a good review on whatever podcast platform you use, and by letting others know about it. Feel free to hit me up with any questions or comments also. You can email me at jesse@chantdown.com or find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Jesse I or on Instagram at morefireblaze. Thanks for listening. Eyes every time.